Have you ever wondered where evil truly began? We see the darkness in our world, the shadows in human history, and we often chalk it up to human greed, hatred, and failure. But have you ever felt that its roots go deeper? That the malice we witness is too profound, too intelligent to be merely human in origin? Have you ever wondered if the story of humanity is just one chapter in a much older, much larger story of cosmic rebellion? The Bible hints at this story in fragmented verses and haunting prophecies. It's a story of beings of light, angels who stood in the very presence of God, who were perfect in beauty and wisdom. And yet, they fell. They chose darkness. This isn't just the story of one fallen angel. It's the story of legions, a war that began in heaven long before Adam ever took his first breath. Who were they? What were their names and their ranks? And the most important question of all, why did they fall? Was it just one sin, or were there multiple rebellions for different, terrifying reasons? The answers are scattered across Scripture and in ancient books that were mysteriously left out of our modern Bible. These texts paint a picture so dramatic, so unsettling, it changes how we see everything. Stay with me as we piece together the fragments. We search for the origins of evil itself, uncovering the story of the angels who waged war on God. Welcome to Bible Mysteries Revealed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon, because this story is not a myth. It's the forgotten backstory to our entire reality. To understand the fall, we must first go back to the beginning, to a being of unimaginable splendor. Many people ask, where does the Bible actually describe the fall of Satan? The story isn't laid out in one neat chapter. It's a puzzle, and the primary pieces are found hidden within the prophecies of Isaiah and Ezekiel. While these passages are addressed to human kings for thousands of years, Jewish and Christian scholars have understood them to be dual prophecies, describing not only an earthly ruler, but the spiritual power behind him, the original rebel himself. In Isaiah 14 we read, "How you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn! You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High." The name here, morning star, is Hellel in Hebrew, which was translated as Lucifer in Latin. This was not a demon of horns and pitchforks. This was the brightest of the archangels, a being of light. His sin wasn't murder or theft. It was something far more fundamental: pride. I will. 5 times he asserts his own will against God's. He didn't want to serve in heaven. He wanted to rule it. Ezekiel 28 gives us another glimpse, describing a being in the Garden of Eden, not Adam, but a spiritual entity. You were the signet of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were an anointed guardian cherub. I placed you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, till unrighteousness was found in you. This describes the highest of all angelic beings, a guardian cherub, perfect and wise, walking amidst the fiery stones of God's throne room. But his perfection was corrupted. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. Pride, born of his own magnificence, was the first sin to ever exist. It was a cosmic treason, and it led to a war. Revelation 12 describes it in stark, apocalyptic terms. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. Jesus himself confirmed this event, telling his disciples in Luke 10, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." This was the first fall, a rebellion of pride led by the highest angel who took a third of the heavenly host with him. These are the beings we often think of as demons, spiritual entities whose primary goal is to deceive humanity and oppose the will of God, continuing their ancient war on a new battlefield. Earth. But this was not the only angelic fall. There was another, a second rebellion, and its sin was not pride, but something far more intimate and corrupting: lust. For the story of this second fall, we turn to one of the most mysterious and disturbing passages in the entire Bible. Genesis chapter 6. It says, "When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose." It continues that their offspring were the Nephilim, the heroes of old, men of renown. So who were these sons of God? Throughout the Old Testament, this phrase almost always refers to angels. This passage describes something unthinkable. A group of angelic beings abandoned their heavenly station, descended to earth, and took human wives. To understand the terrifying details, we must turn to an ancient book that was once considered scripture by many early Christians, but was ultimately left out of the Bible: the Book of Enoch. Enoch was a real person, mentioned in Genesis as a man who walked with God and was taken to heaven without dying. The book that bears his name claims to be his account of the secrets of the universe shown to him by God. And it gives us the full, horrifying story behind Genesis 6. The Book of Enoch says that 200 angels, a group called the Watchers, saw the beauty of human women and lusted after them. Led by an angel named Samyaza, they made a pact on Mount Hermon to carry out their forbidden plan. They descended, took human wives, and taught humanity a host of forbidden secrets. They taught them how to make weapons of war, leading to bloodshed. They taught sorcery, enchantments, and astrology, opening the door to occult practices. They even taught women the art of seduction and makeup. In essence, they accelerated human corruption, giving us knowledge we were not ready for, all born from their lust. But their sin didn't end there. From these unnatural unions came a monstrous offspring, the Nephilim. The Bible calls them giants, and Enoch describes them as ravenous beings of immense size who devoured all of humanity's resources. When that wasn't enough, they began to devour humans themselves, and then turned on each other, filling the entire world with violence, blood, and chaos. According to Enoch, the corruption was so absolute, so unnatural, and so complete that it was the primary reason God decided to cleanse the earth with the Great Flood. This wasn't just a story of human wickedness, it was a story of a world contaminated by a forbidden angelic intrusion. So what happened to these fallen beings? Their fates are different, and understanding them answers the crucial question: where do demons come from? According to the Book of Enoch, and hinted at in the New Testament letters of Jude and 2 Peter, the Watchers who sinned with human women faced a unique and terrible judgment. They were captured, bound in chains of darkness, and cast into the abyss, a place called Tartarus, where they are held until the final judgment. They are not the demons currently roaming the earth. They are imprisoned. But what about their children, the Nephilim? Their giant physical bodies were destroyed in the waters of the flood. But their spirits, being half angelic, could not be completely erased. The Book of Enoch makes a chilling claim. The disembodied, restless spirits of the dead Nephilim are the evil spirits, the demons, that now wander the earth. This explains their nature. They are not the original fallen angels from the first rebellion of pride. They are the tormented spirits of a hybrid race. They are earthbound. They crave physicality, which is why they seek to inhabit human bodies, and they hate humanity, the species that played a role in their unnatural creation. This ancient story provides a direct origin for the demons Jesus encountered in the Gospels. This leaves us with the third group: Satan and the angels who fell with him for pride. These are the principalities and powers the Apostle Paul warns us about in Ephesians 6. They are not the imprisoned Watchers or the disembodied Nephilim spirits. They are a highly organized, intelligent hierarchy of spiritual beings engaged in a cosmic war. They operate in the heavenly realms, influencing governments, spreading deception, and tempting individuals, all under the command of their leader, Lucifer. So what does this ancient, terrifying story mean for us today? First, it reveals that evil is not a simple problem with a simple solution. It is an ancient, intelligent, and powerful force with a cosmic origin. It tells us that human history is set against the backdrop of an ongoing spiritual war. The struggles we face, both personally and globally, are often reflections of this deeper conflict. Second, the story of the Watchers is a timeless warning against seeking forbidden knowledge and crossing divine boundaries. They gave humanity tools and secrets it wasn't ready for, leading to self-destruction. In our age of genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and weapons of mass destruction, this warning is more relevant than ever. Finally, this entire narrative, as dark as it is, makes the story of the Bible even more profound. It shows us exactly what God is saving us from. His fight is not just against human sin, but against ancient, powerful spiritual forces of rebellion. It reveals the true scale of the battle and the incredible power and love required to win it. The existence of fallen angels doesn't create a story of despair, but one of ultimate hope, proving that no matter how deep the darkness or how ancient the rebellion, God's light, power, and plan for redemption are infinitely greater. Thank you for journeying with us into this profound mystery. The comfortable images are easy to accept, but the truth, while challenging, is where true awe is found. This is Bible Mysteries Revealed. If you want to uncover more truths hidden within the scriptures, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Share your thought on the comments section. Until our next revelation, keep seeking.